Hello, I'm Walter Willis, the Executive Director of the Solid Waste Agency of Lake County. Today we're talking about diverting food scraps from the landfill. This is a very important project for the Solid Waste Agency of Lake County as we attempt to achieve a 60% recycling rate. We know that we have to get our organics out of our waste stream to achieve that 60% goal. Now in this video today, we're going to show you the do's and don'ts and also some alternatives. Once you generate that material, you can use a backyard composter, you can use the ride-along program and commingle with your yard waste at the curb, and those are some great options for us here in Lake County.
For a number of decades, Swalco has promoted composting, backyard composting at home, and provides opportunities for residents to purchase at an affordable price compost bins and rain barrels, and have these available for sale along with native plants. Throughout the rest of the year, as supplies are available, we continue to sell these, and they're about half the retail cost. And we also sell accessories like a kitchen pail that you can put your food scraps in, keep it in your kitchen and take it out to the compost bin as you fill it, compost thermometers and aerators.
Hello, we're at Swalco's Kitchen here today, and we're going to talk about how to food scrap correctly. There are certain things we want in our containers and certain things that we don't. The first thing we want to talk about is getting yourself something that you can use in your kitchen to put your food scraps into. Now we have these kitchen pails for sale. They work very well because they're ventilated on the top. I personally use this type of pail and I've never had a problem with any kind of fruit flies or any kind of vectors at all. So that's the first step, is get yourself a good container. The second thing is you want to line it, because the food scraps can be a little messy at times. One thing we do not ever want to use is any kind of plastic bag. What works very well is just a paper towel. You put it at the bottom and then you start putting your food scraps in, or you could use some newspaper to line the bottom of your container. Now when you're done and you're emptying it, it's simply some dish detergent to rinse it out, or vinegar water, and it stays very clean, and then that's the first step. So let's go ahead and line our container, our little pail. Now let's talk about what are the food scraps that we want in the program. Now we'll take a wide variety of things, plants and animals basically, but what we want to start with is the fruits and vegetables. This will be a big item that you'll have in your home. Now we don't want the plastic bags again, remember. And then all of us are having corn this summer, right? All your husks, your cobs can go in there. The rinds from your watermelon, and obviously if you get some lettuce that goes a little bad on you, you can put that in there too. But we don't want the plastic bags, please. Now another category we have are your breads, your crackers, your cereals, your potato chips. Also, we'll take bones and fish bones and shrimp scales. We'll take the eggshells, the tea bags, coffee grounds. All those things can be put into your food scrap container. Pretty easy. Now last big category we have are paper products that are, so Kleenex, napkins that you might get, paper plates that aren't coated with any kind of plastic, can all be put into the container to be food scrapped. Now there's some certain things beyond the plastic bags that we don't want in there for sure. Don't put a lot of liquids in there. That's just going to make it a little too messy for you. We also don't want fats and greases in there either. We don't want any kind of metal or glass or any of those types of objects either. And we're not taking pet waste either. So those are the main things that you can put into your container. And what we're going to do today is we're going to take all of our food scraps over to the very first drop-off here in Lake County, located in Grays Lake, and we'll see you there shortly. But we're going to dump our stuff into our 5-gallon bucket, and then we're going to head over to the drop-off site. We'll see you there.
Here we are out in a backyard environment. We've got our earth machine composter here. So we can take those scraps that we had in the kitchen. We take those and we just bring them over to the bin here. So I'm just gonna take my bag, open her up, and I just slowly kind of empty everything in, mix it around a little bit that way. Any liquid, let that go in too. So another thing I want to show you here is this bin over here. This is just using the ride-along method, as we call it, where you've got a craft paper bag. I use it in here so it stays intact, and then when the trash driver comes with the landscape waste, they can either pull the bag out or take the whole container and flip it into the truck. What we can do again is take our food scraps. We got some potatoes, some eggshells, some grapes. So then what we do is we're just going to take everything and blend it into that bag. So now we've got everything just kind of sitting on the top in the center, and then we'll go back and put some more grass or leaves or yard clippings and things like that in there. So once that bag's full, you set it out for your pickup. That's going to ride along to the compost site, and those food scraps are going to get broken down along with the rest of the grass clippings. So it's another method of managing your food scraps at home.
Earlier, we were at the Swalco kitchen showing you the do's and don'ts of food scrap composting. We thought we'd come to someone that's actually been doing it for a long time in their own home, and we're here with Janine Zipfel at Prairie Crossing, and she's going to show us what she does here in her kitchen. So how does the process work here in your kitchen, and how do you get rid of it out of your home? How does that work here in Prairie Crossing?
So what I do, whenever I'm making food or preparing dinner or cleaning up after dinner, any food, vegetable scraps, non-meat things go, I keep this container on my counter and I just put things in there as I go. When this fills up, I take it out to my garage, and I have a pickle bucket out there which is a little bigger, and we empty it into that. And then each week there's a pickup in the neighborhood. We put the pickle bucket out on the curb on Thursdays, and the farm truck comes around and picks up the scraps.
And so they're composted right here locally, and you can go get that compost if you want, the final product?
Yes, we can, yep.
Closing the loop there, that's a great thing. Well, that's great. You've been doing a great job, and we really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
We're here at the Grays Lake Public Drop-Off Facility for food scraps, the very first one in the state of Illinois. We're going to take the food scraps that we sorted earlier, and we're going to bring them to this drop-off right here. We're going to put them in these cans. This is open to the public and can be used by all the citizens here in Lake County, so please consider this as an option for your composting needs. It's as simple as taking the material we had sorted, putting it into the organics recycling only container, dumping it in, and we're done. Thanks.